Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Greystone Presbyterian Church. I see a lot of other Presbyterians in here. How much representation do we have right now? We have Highland and Lake Forest, and Powell, Westminster, and Greystone. That's pretty good. Out of 65 churches in the Presbytery, we've got 5 just hanging out here tonight. You are going to be in for a great treat with Wendel and the guys tonight. Let me tell you just a little bit about our charity for this evening, because they're not able to be here with us. A Place to Stay actually is in the process of purchasing another church building in the Presbytery of East Tennessee, formerly Houston Memorial out in Maryville, so you're all's neighbors out there at Highland. They are working on a mission to end homelessness in Blount County. And this is not a solo mission. They understand that we are stronger when we come together and work together. So they're kind of a group that helps you connect to where you need to get to. I know in Knox County and Blount County also, Family Promise does that amazingly. But A Place to Stay is doing this on a little smaller scale and not focused just on families. So we have chosen them to be our benefactor for this show and hope that you will take some of their information from the back and learn a little bit more about them. We are privileged to have one of their board members as a member here at Greystone, which is what turned me on to learning about them and wanting to share them with others. So, without further ado, I hope these guys are waiting back here by the door. They were in my office, and I made the mistake of putting snacks in front of them, and now they may never come out. Do you have your music this time?
Yes.
Okay, well, get out here then.
Are they in the balcony?
I'm in a spot no one ever wants me in. Right here, like I'm about to give a sermon. You're not going to get you're going to get a musical sermon today. We'll do that. Hello, hi. Jeremy Carragher is going to be playing on the bass. Charlie Valentine on the drums, you all. We appreciate everybody coming out here to Greystone on a day that is very cold outside. So you came in here for escape from the temperature, from the weather out there. We appreciate that. We started off with a tune called a hymn called "Holy, Holy, Holy," because for years of my Catholic upbringing, every service started with "Holy, Holy, Holy." So it only made sense to start with that. And then a tune that is not in your hymnal, but it should be in your hymnal, called "Put a Little Love in Your Heart." And that pretty much wraps up our concert tonight. Thank you. No, that pretty much wraps up everything that we're going to be doing today. If you were not at our first concert/experiment here at Greystone, let me tell you how this came to be. The pastor accosted me here in this building. Oh, she stood up, but she's mad at me now. How should I handle this? Should I just ignore her? Is that what I should do? Her daughter's right here, so I'm talking to her instead. I had come in here for a funeral, and right before the funeral started, about 10 minutes before the funeral started, she sat in front of me, and she handed me a card, and she said, "Let's make plans," and then she walked away, and my wife said, "Do you know her?" That's exactly what happened. And that led to a conversation between me and Pastor Mary about things that she wanted to do to attract different types of people to the building. And she wanted to shake some things up, and playing jazz in a sanctuary sounded like one of those things. And and we felt like we could bring something in here that could be jazz and still fit the environment that we're in. And so that's what we did the first time. And the police didn't come, so we're here again. And that's pretty much how things are going to go. If you travel around to churches often, then you know that's one of the first things you do when you're in the new building, in the different building, is you acknowledge the pastor, and you make sure that that respect is given to that person. Our next tune is a Horace Silver tune, a jazz pianist named Horace Silver. It's called "The Preacher." A piano player named Roland Hanna was playing with a jazz orchestra, a well-known big band named the Thad Jones Mel Lewis Orchestra. And in his rehearsals, there had been some chord changes that he'd been playing with, but never really came to that. It never came to fruition. He would play it a lot whenever the band was taking a break or not doing something in a rehearsal. And then one day, Thad Jones, one of the leaders of the big band, comes in with a piece of music to hand out to everybody. And it's the song that Roland had been working on. And Roland says, "Hey, is that not my song?" And Thad's response was, "It's mine now." The song was called "A Child is Born." And years later, a lyricist by the name of Alec Wilder put words to it. Words are, since you won't be hearing them, the words are, "Now, out of the night, new as the dawn, into the light, this child, innocent child, soft as a fawn, this child is born. One small heart, one pair of eyes, one work of art. Here in my arms, here he lies. Trusting and warm, blessed this morn, a child is born." In jazz circles, this is played a lot during Christmas time, since it's so cold outside. We are going to do an arrangement that Jeremy came up with of "A Child is Born." In doing concerts like this, where we're taking music and putting them in some sort of a spiritual setting, I often find myself threatening people and saying things like the following. We are about to do a song called What a Wonderful World. It's usually known by Louis Armstrong. And if you attempt to tell me that this is not a spiritual song, then you and I will step outside and we will fight. And I will win. When I suggested that we do this song to these two people, what I suggested was a serene, slow, meditative thing. And Jeremy said no. And the more we discussed it, the more we thought, it's typical to hear What a Wonderful World done in that manner and very reflective, but it's also possible that we could be in a situation where we're looking at children playing and seeing the joy in that. And we thought maybe we should approach the song from that point of view. Jeremy thought maybe we should approach the song from that point of view. I didn't do that. Know that when we're listening to it in a few seconds that I didn't come up with this. I thought that was going to be funnier, but it didn't. But they didn't like it. It's on you.
It's all on me.
In studying music, you are taught that every piece of music has a tempo. If you're unfamiliar with music, then know that when somebody is in front of any other musicians and they start counting before everybody starts playing, that person is setting the tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that's the tempo that allegedly you're going to follow as you go through the rest of the piece. Musicians are in the room. We are about to do a piece of music that has no tempo in it. And what makes that challenging is that means that we have to kind of really pay attention to where the other people are in your organization, in our organization, and kind of try to move at the same pace even though there is no tempo. I found a piece of music called A Little Love Goes a Long Way. I was intrigued by the fact that it didn't have tempo. The recording that I heard lasted about a minute long, and I thought, oh, we can do better than that. You think the only people who are the people who look and think like you. But if you walk the footsteps of a stranger, you'll learn things you never knew. You'll never hear the wolf cry to the blue corn moon for whether we are white or copper skinned. We need to sing with all the voices of the mountain, and we need to paint with all the colors of the wind, because you can own the earth and still all you'll own is earth until you can paint with all the colors of the wind. Sometimes you don't have to go to the gospel to find the gospel. There's a couple that's sitting right here up in front. They were here at the last Jazz Goes to Church concert. They've come to almost anything I've done since then. Because in that concert, I said that I would go outside and fight somebody who tried to tell me that Stevie Wonder was not a spiritual composer. And I pointed out that the song known as Higher Ground most definitely comes under that category. And the husband of the couple said, I hadn't thought about that, and I went home and I listened to it, and you are right, and now we follow you everywhere. The pastor of this church is named Mary Overstreet. Mary Overstreet has a daughter. Her name is Julia, as in named after the Beatles song. Apparently, Julia's made-up boyfriend, who calls himself Hunter, that's how I know he's not real, doesn't know that she's named after the Beatles song. And then she said, I'm not even sure he listens to the Beatles. Right, I offered to take him out. I have no problems explaining that right here in the church. I would be justified. I would get to heaven and then Peter would go, yeah, all right, yeah. Julia has been studying jazz piano with someone other than me. And she mentioned, we were talking the last time we were here, and I said, well, how come I didn't know you were studying stuff? You ought to play something with us. And she said, yeah, I don't think so. And then I got a message a few weeks ago that said, Julia thinks that she might want to play something with you all. And so she is going to do that. Come on up, Julia. Julia is going to do a composition by a well-known jazz pianist named Herbie Hancock. And the name of the song is called Watermelon Man. Now, if I were sitting right here, I would think to myself, that's great. But out of all the songs you could pick, you picked Watermelon Man, which has nothing to do with anything spiritual or biblical. We remember the fish we ate in Egypt at no cost, the cucumbers and the watermelons and the leeks and onions and garlic. Numbers 11:5. complete transparency. Our first concert as far as this jazz series here at this church, and the pastor bought us dinner, and it was pizza, and we ate it in her office, and then it was time for us to come out, and on the way out, I realized that I left my music in the office. Actually, I didn't realize that I left I knew I didn't have the music with me. And I thought, I'm a professional. I can get through the whole thing without the music. And I did up to a point. And there was a song that I completely ruined in the middle of it. I thought that I had covered it well, until a friend of mine came up to me afterwards, who was here in the room, and said, so that part in the middle, you were doing like a little jazzy thing right there? And I had to admit that no, I was so horribly lost at the time that I didn't know what was going on. Oh, is that what was going on? We will be rectifying that now. Which means I have to start over in the presentation that I made where this song was concerned. We were talking about the space between us all. And the people who hide themselves behind a wall of illusion never glimpse the truth until it's far too late when they pass away. We were talking about the love we could share, and when we find it, we try our best to hold it there with our love, because with our love, we could save the world if they only knew. Try to realize it's all within yourself. No one else can make you change, and to see that you're only really very small and life flows on within you and without you. Apparently, you can go to a Beatles song to find the gospel. We're going to play it right this time. We're about to do our last song of the evening. We really, 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 seriously appreciate you guys coming out here tonight and listening to us try to do this thing. We know that you could have done other things tonight. It really means a lot that you guys are here to celebrate Jeremy Carragher's birthday, which is right here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not making that up. It really is his birthday. And he's about 2 months away from, oh, nice. And he's about 2 months away from being a father for the first time. So we have a tip jar in the back. That's all I got. Yes, Jeremy has been on the bass. Charlie Valentine's been on the drums tonight.
Yeah, what Jeremy said, Wendell Warner. It's like he never toots his own horn. I give you thanks for joining with us again this evening. The next time these three will be jazzing it up in this sanctuary is Saturday, December 5th at 5 p.m.
It'll be holiday stuff, that's right.
That will be. However, if you have been around a minute, you are aware we're trying to do something musical every month to either bring some visibility to a mission project that we want to work with, like today, A Place to Stay, or just for our love for the arts and music education. So next month's event is Saturday, September 12th. I do not have the details because it's not our event. They're just going to do it here. Smoky Land Sound Barbershop Chorus is doing a spaghetti supper fundraiser that will be raising funds for their group and for us. And y'all, they're pretty awesome. 50s themed and costumes encouraged. If you are Presbyterian, it will be on the newsletter the previous week. So whatever that Monday is before that, I will make sure it's in there. Otherwise, look at our church social media. It'll be on there. Thanks for coming. Thanks for supporting these organizations. Thank you to Wendell, Charlie, and Jeremy for making it possible for us to support these organizations. When I told Wendell, hey, I have this crazy idea that I want to raise money, but we don't have a lot of manpower. Can you do a show? He didn't even blink. He said, what are we raising money for? And he has continued. And our next charity will be, I don't remember the name of it. A Presbyterian woman might know the name of it. It is an organization within Helen Ross McNabb that houses women and their children or women who are expecting, who are in new beginnings. Thank you, Sarah. Who are in recovery. And it is a wonderful organization. So in December, our church, Greystone, will be collecting baby products the entire month, like we're having a baby shower for baby Jesus. And we will kick it off with that jazz show where we ask everyone else to bring some diapers and wipes or dollars for these babies and moms. So, not for them. They do like snacks a lot, though. Thank you for coming this evening. Have a safe drive home.
Saying this because you're a mom. I'm saying this because the mom needs to know. Man, she's right in that pocket. I'm just we weren't helping her. You know, we weren't carrying her. Hi, David. Good to see you. Excellent. Yeah, we weren't helping her out. We were trying to do something well. Let's just make her look good. So that fit right in. Yeah. I guess this is her really now.
Listen to me because I'm
Your mom. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. She has to hear you or her piano.
I will
Seen you a couple of times at Broadway, United Methodist, Allen.
Yeah.
Saw your new prom.
Man, yeah, that's right. No, man, I've seen you all the time. Yes, well, yes, I appreciate you following me here. I hope you had a good time.
Oh, had a wonderful time.
Excellent.
And thank you.
Yeah, man. No, man. I'll tell Alan I saw you. I'm sorry?
We're Methotarians.
You're Methotarians.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, whatever works. I think that works fine. Yes. Thank you. Good to
We'll see you again.
All right.
You see Jacob's toy there, that little organ?
Is that what that is?
Yes.
I did not know what that was. I looked at it and I thought it's got something covered up, so that means I shouldn't be messing
You're right,
with it.
I understand.
But,
I understand.
okay, well, I'm not missing it. Oh, here comes, am I allowed to?
Yes.
I need a man, and I need one of your hugs.
I thought you guys were going to go after. And I was going to see you guys go.
Oh,
Your wife, and Mr.
You can't vouch for you guys because he says he wants you to play with him. Play
One
with
thing, I'll fly
I'll
away.
fly away
Okay.
at his funeral.
All right, well, let's not plan a date.
No,
We'll just work out whenever it comes around.
It's great to see you,
Always
man.
good.
Best to see you, man.
Always
Great,
good to see you.
great.
Thank you, man. That was really cool.
Was it? All right, cool. I didn't know if that was Joel.
I think you made it feel good.
Tie it into the Gospels where it was, oh, my backwards ass. You know, I was praying to Jesus every day. I would get picked up by Billy Bob and raped.
Yeah, yeah.
And Jesus came and saved me.
Hey, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you. And your story about him throwing the chair, I believe that I heard.
Yeah.
I did not,
Allegedly.
I did not go to UT, but I have many friends that did.
Yeah.
And I know Sean McCullough as well, and I've heard many stories about the differences between Wendel's
About my
history of rock and Sean McCullough.
my history rock class and his history rock class. Yeah, there were.
I've heard that Sean's was PG-13 and yours was a bit more.
You can't teach a rock and roll class PG-13. I said that on day one. Know that this is coming. You can't talk about it and be PG-13. This is the title of the class. Rock and roll does not mean music, folks. Yes. Yeah.
But you know, being at Carson Newman, it was
yeah.
quite a different atmosphere.
You weren't getting
No.
You weren't getting my class. No.
Yeah, I had Tom Milligan telling us about Beethoven. there was no history of rock at Carson.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, that was great. So we're curious.
We're curious.
We have a lot of curiosity.
There was
Okay.
a hymn that you played,
Tonight?
and yes, and I was debating on what it was because you didn't announce it, and at the time I thought it was just a closer walk. But was it Precious Lord Take My Hand?
Yes.
Thank you.
But it took me till after the concert was over to process because I can't hear one song and think of another.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Precious
It
Lord.
was beautiful.
You are correct.
It had a preservation hall feel.
Yeah. You asked me. You said, okay, there's a G. Did you find the G? That's what you asked me last time.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, I did. And but I forgot about it. And this time around, yeah, it was a G.
No, I'm talking about when it's soft pedal. It's usually right around here. It catches two notes.
Okay, this time around, but
Oh, so it's moved up there.
I guess. But yeah, the second it happened, I thought Rachel heard that. Rachel heard that, and I'm sure she made a face and she went,
I did.
I
It was so
knew,
pretty,
I
and
knew,
then
I
the
knew.
piano was-
It was really
Okay,
pretty.
go talk about it.
It was really pretty.
Gone. You were out doing something last time I was here.
So I was not.
So you wouldn't have been able to hug me.
Right.
Well, we could have.
But I want you to tell me.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I would like my picture with the star.
You know this lady knows more about Star Trek.
That's when I said star. I almost said something about Star Trek, and I thought, I don't know if she wants to. She gets tired of hearing me gush about Star Trek stuff. Are we watching the there's a new thing, right? A new Star Trek thing?
I accidentally sold my
Guess what?
Paramount
Oh, I can understand.
because
I can understand.
Campbell